Hello Sagittarius, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love bonus forecast. And I just wanted to offer all zodiacs a bonus reading for the first half of February. So let's get right into this, Sagittarius, and let's take a look and see what presents itself here. I don't have any particular questions in mind, but I am drawn to these decks here. So let's go ahead and see what presents itself here. General advice as always. So I'll be using this deck by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. This is the Pink Divine Love Oracle, and I'll go ahead and pull some cards from the Piney Rose Twin Flame Ascension deck. That's by Calico Moon. All right, so let's begin and see where this goes for you. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. What is the advice here? What do you need to know at this time? Ooh, we have take two, second chances, try again, okay? And then we also have this card coming through, not listening. Inconsiderate, always thinks they are right. So I kind of almost feel like these two cards should be reversed. Like part of the reason why somebody wants a second chance is because maybe communication wasn't very strong. You guys could have had some arguments where you were both just wanting to get your point across without really listening to each other. But it does seem here, Sagittarius, that this person wants to be able to have another opportunity to be with you. The autumn season could also be significant for some of you, and it does say harvest and fruition. Okay, maybe, and I mean, obviously autumn season for 2022, that's quite a ways from now. And so it might take some time for this to be able to work itself out, possibly even during Sagittarius season, you know, November, December-ish could be when things might finally start moving for you guys to have another opportunity to come back together. And then we do have wise, think smart, take your time. Isn't that interesting? That reference to taking your time to be able to have this opportunity to be with each other again. Okay, so let's grab some cards from the Piney Rose Twin Flame Ascension deck. And you don't have to be resonating with a twin flame connection. It could be any type of connection. That's just the name of the deck. All right, Sagittarius, what else do we need to know? So this is already telling us you guys are in separation, you're not together, but somebody wants to continue this love story. They want a second chance with you. We have recognition, and then we have truth. Okay, so you could have also been dealing with somebody here who might be, or who was, maybe not being truthful with you, and they recognize perhaps that in order for this relationship to be successful, in order to have this take two, they are going to have to be open and honest with you. So that could have been, you know, a challenge if they were not being honest with you, or if they were being deceptive somehow, and ultimately knowing that they're going to have to make wiser choices, wiser decisions. Okay, so it's interesting too, going back to not listening. Part of the reason, if you relate to this, Sagittarius, why you weren't listening to this person is maybe they were the type to be deceptive and just be dishonest. And so maybe you just kind of tuned them out, and you might have even given them an ultimatum. It's like, if you don't come towards me with the truth, then I'm not listening to you. Okay, so it could be that type of scenario as well. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify with some tarot here. I'll go ahead and pull from my Illuminated Star Tarot deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Sagittarius. What else do we need to know for your love bonus forecast here? So if you weren't able to resonate with the first half of February reading, maybe you'll be able to resonate with this one. Or maybe they go together for you. All right, so let's see. So we do have a card coming up in the reverse, which is, look at this, it's a tower. All right, so of course a tower card is very heavy, you know, very heavy in energy, because it's, as you can see, disaster, an awakening, a sudden upheaval. It's typically very chaotic, and it could still be a little bit of that energy, and even though it's coming up in the reverse. But I I'm also feeling that this person is wanting to avoid this in the future, especially if you're able to give them a second chance to be a part of your life, you know? And this could also have represented arguments that the two of you might have had, especially, again, if you weren't listening to each other or if they just weren't listening to you. Inconsiderate, as it says, being dishonest and not truthful. Okay, let's see what else here. Let's see what else. We do have the Ten of Pentacles, so that's actually a really great card because they're now telling you here that they're more stable, perhaps financially. They've worked very hard on their career, and maybe part of the reason why you guys had experienced a Tower moment to begin with, and what ultimately might have broken you guys up, is because they might have been the type to either tap you out financially, or they just weren't pulling their weight in the connection, or just overall unstable in the partnership that might have ultimately contributed to a lot of issues that you guys might have had. But the Ten of Pentacles here, it's a great energy, especially in a love connection, because this person, the way I see the Ten of Pentacles, you guys have great chemistry, very compatible. Maybe at one point in time, you really saw this person as your ideal mate, your perfect match. And that represents this, you know, a very strong bond that the two of you still feel regardless of distance and time apart. So since things are a lot more secure and stable, I feel moving forward, if you give this person a second chance, you guys might just be able to be really happy. And look at this next card. You've got the Sun. So talking about being happy, well, here it is. Very positive in energy. This is representing the happiness. This is representing the joy that you can claim in this partnership, perhaps if you were to give them another opportunity to be a part of your life. So since time is involved, it seems, Sagittarius, again, autumn season or even Sagittarius season, which could be wintertime as well, that could be when this all comes down, you know, when you're able to really claim this happiness that the sun can bring, because it's an illuminated path, very similar to the way I see the star. It's giving you hope, you know, that things can still work itself out here. And maybe right now, this could be where you're at, where you just can't get any sleep over this, or this is what your person is going through, especially knowing that they didn't make wise choices. So maybe they're staying up late at night thinking about you. And this could represent the fact that you walked away from someone, and maybe it took distance and time apart in order for them to finally get it, to have clarity, to realize the error of their ways and ultimately their contribution to why things ended the way it did. So yes, it might have come to an end through cycles that completed, but this makes way for new cycles. And I feel that's where this second chance could certainly come in. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. Hopefully it resonated with you. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time. Take care.